Well, hello everyone and good evening. It's Dr. Joe here, and I'm coming to you like I do every Sunday night for these wonderful transformation stories. And I know a lot of people see all kinds of things on the internet. They see before and after pictures and things like that. But when you really get to hear from real people, I think it makes a difference because the stories that people experience and the way people's lives change are so critical really to success. And I think it helps encourage you too. So if you're coming to us on my page, or if you're on someone else's page, just let us know where you're coming from. If you have a friend that maybe you think needs to get healthier, maybe lose weight or get off or cut down on some medications, and maybe wants to hear about how they can get healthy, then tag them in the comments. And tonight, my friends Greg and Karen, who are on with me tonight, they're health and wellness coaches, just like my wife Rhonda and I are, and they've had tremendous life transformations. In fact, Greg is still in the process of his. But then aren't we all? Can't we always get even healthier? So as we start moving in towards summer, we're really just a week away. And I think people are looking at what happened during COVID. They're looking at what happened during the winter, and they're starting to say, I hope it's not too late. And I'm telling you, it's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to start getting healthier. And just don't worry about all that. That's in the past. So tonight, when you hear these stories, you'll hear stories that will be encouraging to you, I think, and hopefully you'll get some inspiration. And I don't know, these are just two people that represent a lot of evidence about what can be done. I know many of you know my story. I lost more than 120 pounds 14 years ago. What a program. If we didn't have the things in place to really help us stay on track, I know I'd have probably been up and down another 15 times in those 14 years, gaining, losing. So finally, when I was ready and I found the right program, and I got on board, and my life totally changed. That's why I do this. That's why Rhonda and I do this, so that people can experience life at a better level. And so let's just jump right in. And Greg, why don't you unmute yourself and let's hear how life has changed for you.
Hi guys, I'm Greg. Thank you, Dr. Joe, for allowing me to share my story. Life has drastically changed in the last 7 months. When I said yes to this program in October, I never ever would imagine 7 months I'd be sitting here 64, almost 65 pounds lighter. Um, and last night I was thinking, I was like, what am I going to say? And then all of a sudden I thought, where would I have been if I would have said yes this program when I actually looked at it? I looked at it 9 months prior to starting it. And I made every excuse in the book why I couldn't do it. And the biggest excuse for me was, well, Crystal and I can't afford it. But then, 9 months of making bad choices and eating very unhealthy, came home and I put the numbers to it and figured out we were spending about $1,000 and $1,200 a month just going out to eat. And I was like, that's it. We're killing ourselves by going out to eat, eating junk every day. It's time to do something, because we got 2 grandkids, and I want to be that grandparent that takes my grandkids snorkeling and kayaking. And I'm so grateful. And another thing that I'm grateful for, we moved down here about 4 years ago, and shortly after we moved down here, Crystal was diagnosed with diabetes. But that didn't stop us from killing ourselves with the junk food. And now just watching my wife get healthy and seeing myself, that picture right there, that before picture, Rhonda found that, and I saw it a couple of days ago. I forgot all about that picture. And it literally put tears in my eyes because I looked at it and I said, who was that guy? I don't recognize him. But as far as the journey of the 7 months, one word came to mind today when I was thinking about what I was going to say. And that were actually, it's two words, but it's wonderfully difficult. It's the absolute best decision I've ever made in my life. And I'm so thankful that Dawn, my health coach, thought enough of us and loved us enough to share this program with us, because who knows where we'd be today. But the last 7 months, I'm not going to lie to you, it's been wonderful, and at times it's been difficult. But you know, when you fall in love with this program and you see the transition that you're making, and you go from a 3XL shirt down to an extra large shirt in a matter of a few months, it's like this is the best decision I've ever made. And you know, there are times, and I'll be honest, that we've veered off track a little bit, but we also know that this isn't just a 6-month program. This isn't a year-long program. For us, this is our new life. This is a lifetime program that we will be on, and it's building healthy habits that, again, I'm beyond grateful. Best decision I've ever made in my life. And I'm so grateful for you, Dr. Joe, that you said yes 14 years ago, because by your yes, you've saved so many lives, including ours.
Well,
So
thanks.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Greg. I mean, it started with saving our lives first, and isn't that just like in the airplane? They say put your mask on first before you help the child or the person next to you.
Yeah.
But what I would like to know, Greg, is this: is because I know that the way our program works is we've got a system in place, and I always like to wonder, when people do struggle, what would you say was the
And
thing
that's
that
one
helped
thing
you?
that I was gonna bring up, but I started going off on my little tangent there. The system, the system, the system, the system. I love it. Not the program. It's made up of elements, but for me, when I'm having my struggle days, there's two components of this system that is absolutely priceless to me. One is my coach. Two is the community that you become a part of. You're not in this alone. You've got a community of, I don't know how many people that are cheering you on, and you know that, you know, you could reach out to anybody and anybody's going to be there for you to encourage you. And so if you are having a bad day, you can reach out to anybody. But I love the community and having a health coach that holds you accountable and keeps you focused on where you want to be. It's absolutely priceless.
Yeah, well, that's great, Greg, because I know that all four areas that we have, the structured eating program,
Yep.
the health coach, the community, are all wonderful. For me, I think probably the thing that made the biggest difference was the fact that I had a lot of those things already, but what really I needed was I needed to be able to change the habits. I needed to get rid of the habits that didn't serve me and learn
Yes.
how to replace them with habits
And
that could serve me. And when that part of this program was introduced, to me that was a game changer, because
that's
that
huge.
is by far the
It's absolutely huge, and it's amazing how I look back from 7 months ago, and it's like my thinking and everything. Even if we have our date night and we go out to eat, when we're looking at the menu, we're discussing, oh, this looks good, but you know, and then we start talking about, can we have this? And you start looking at food as fuel and not just something that, ooh, this looks really good. And you know, it's you think differently, which is amazing.
yeah, I agree completely. Well, that is fantastic. I know you're 64 down. You just have a little bit ways to go. And we're going to move now from the Gulf Coast of Florida to Central Florida to Karen. I know, Karen, you are just a picture of health. I know that. And I know in the area where you are, you probably, people wonder, she must be younger than she says she is.
Well, thank you, Dr. Joe, and Greg, thank you so much for sharing. It's really my honor and privilege to be able to share my story with you. And it really begins back in 2009. I was working in corporate America, and trust me, I was stressed out all the time. I had headaches every single day, and I was eating unhealthy on the run. I would stop and grab something really unhealthy to eat. I was not exercising at all and gaining weight. And I didn't even want to get on the scale because I didn't want to know how much I weighed. I just knew my clothes were getting tighter and I felt terrible. And then when I went to my doctor, I'll never forget it, November of 2009, I can remember it as if it were yesterday. I walked in and I had to get on that dreaded scale, and I was shocked because I weighed the most I've ever weighed in my life, 190 pounds. Then my doctor gave me another shock. She said, by the way, Karen, if you don't lose weight, you're going to be a diabetic. So that was a wake-up call for me. And I knew I needed to do something. I just didn't know what. I tried a couple of things. I lost a little bit weight, gained more. And then a friend of mine reached out to me. She cared enough to tell me about our wonderful program. And she said, Karen, you've got to try this. Not only have I lost weight, but I've learned what to do to keep it off. And I know you can do it too. So I just said, well, what have I got to lose? Well, I'm so happy that what I lost was 60 pounds in a little over 5 months. And I just felt like a new person. And I wanted to share it with everybody. And the great news is I have been able to maintain my healthy weight and lifestyle for 10 years. May 15th of 2020 was 10 years since I reached my healthy weight. And it's all because of our program, helping me learn those healthy new habits, working with my coach, working with, as Greg and Dr. Joe both said, working with our community so that I'm not alone. And I was able to retire from that corporate job that was killing me. And now I'm a health coach, and I am helping other people transform their lives too. And it means so much to me. And here I am today, and I'm proud to say that I'm 72 years old. I'm at a healthy weight. I'm on no medications, and all my blood levels are normal. And I walk a 5K in my neighborhood almost every day. My husband and I get to do all the things that we love to do. So I'm just looking forward to more health and helping more people and meeting more people who are struggling like I was. And like you, Greg, you talked about it. And Dr. Joe, I mean, you and your wife, Rhonda, have been so wonderful to us and helping us with our health in all the areas that we have. And thank you so much for that. If any of you are struggling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So thank you so much for letting me share tonight. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as this difficult time in America right now with the COVID-19 and all the other, as that soon passes, we know it will. We go through difficult times, but it's going to pass, and we're going to get to do more wonderful things. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Karen. I know you touched on something, and you just touched on it because a lot of people don't realize that really their weight is so tied in to their health. And all the time people hear that from their doctors. Well, if you keep gaining weight, you're going to be a diabetic. And for most people, that is true because that is one of the ravages of obesity. The high blood pressure, the diabetes, the high cholesterol, what we call the metabolic syndrome. And there are so many cancers that obesity is a risk for. So it really, it's heart-wrenching sometimes when you see that there are things that people can do and they don't do them, because let's face it, there's things that we have no control over our heredity. There's nothing we can do about that. But there are things that we can control. And so if you can, and I hope the time is right for you. I know I waited 8 months. People I know waited as much as 2 years before taking a serious look at doing something serious for themselves. And rather than just keep on struggling, if the time is right, just start creating a healthier you. And it doesn't have to be on our program. Of course, we know that our program is easy and effective, and it can keep you keep the weight off long term. But I'm just making a plea for a healthier humanity and a healthier country. So you don't need to be like me and have a lifetime of roller coaster dieting and be at your wit's end all the time, wondering when the next diet's going to be, wondering what you're going to do next. Because we found this and we haven't looked back. So as you start having success, you'll experience the sense of success begetting success. And I hope and pray that, like us, you'll be able to help others achieve their health goals and to help them achieve the financial dreams that they can. I know this has been a dream for us, and you heard it from 2 other people tonight, and that's just 2 of thousands. So have a wonderful evening, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Happy Flag Day. I guess that's what today is, and we'll see you next time. So God bless you all.